Madam President, when you think about what's happening right now with regards to Ukraine, the United States has said again and again that invasion is imminent. Have they shared this intelligence with you? Absolutely. We are in constant contact. We have on a regular basis video conferences or phone calls with President Biden, but also then Justin Trudeau, Boris Johnson, and of course European leaders. There's a strong alignment. We all want that diplomacy will have a victory, but we prepare for the worst too. But you believe, as does President Biden, that Vladimir Putin has made the decision to go to war? Well, for us it's important to do everything that diplomacy has not spoken its last word. For example, I know that tomorrow President Macron will call President Putin. The same goes for Chancellor Scholz. For example, Secretary Blinken, State Secretary Blinken will be next week meeting Lavrov. But we also, of course, are aware that any time there could be a military aggression of Russia towards Ukraine, and for that case we have to be prepared, and we are prepared. In your speech just a few moments ago here in Munich, you called out Gazprom specifically for curious behavior, if you will. Is Gazprom in line for sanctions if President Putin invades Ukraine? Everything is on the table. And for us, it's the most important that at the moment being, we are receiving a lot of gas by Gazprom, 40% of the gas that we import. And this is a dependency that is not sustainable. And therefore, I've been reaching out since weeks to other suppliers, first and foremost our friends in the United States. And we've been successful. We had now in January the highest amount of LNG deliveries, and we know by now that we are, if there is a decoupling of Russian gas as a retaliation, we are able to make it through this winter without Russian gas, but with supply from others, and this is good. But do you honestly believe Europeans think that they'd be safer if Ukraine was a member of NATO? Well, for us it's important that Ukraine, first and foremost, is protected in its integrity and in its sovereignty. And that means it's the Ukrainian people who have the choice and make the choice where to go, what to do, how to design their future. Mario Draghi says that energy should not be on the table for sanctions. Do you disagree with him then, if all options are, as you say, on the table? We are clear that all options are on the table, and I think more important is that two factors have to be kept in mind. First of all, there's the big financial packet of sanctions that would cut off Russia from the financial markets, a heavy blow for the economy, and the export controls, goods that Russia needs for modernization and diversification of its one-handed, one-sided economy, and that are not easily to replace. And on the other hand, it is important to know that Russia's export of energy to Europe is two-thirds of its export goes to Europe, and this is half of the Russian budget. And so far, it is not in the sense for Russia a smart move to decouple from gas, but if they would do so, we are prepared. But 90% of Italy's energy needs come from the import of gas. Is Mario Draghi wrong? It was important for me to let him know that we have now LNG gas from other sources that would provide for Italy, and we have a pipeline network and interconnections throughout Europe that would make it possible to bring the necessary gas to Italy so that Italy is also on the safe side. As the former defense minister of Germany, was it disappointing for you to see Germany take so long to get to where they are today in terms of supporting NATO, supporting the EU, in terms of their rhetoric on Russia? I have seen, because it's taken them a while. I have seen from the very beginning on that the Germans were aligned with us and working very closely in NATO and of course in the European Union. That's where I can observe it with us on the issues that had to be tackled, and therefore I can only say I've never seen such a unity between NATO and the European Union. I've never witnessed such a close collaboration with our friends in the United States, in Canada, in the United Kingdom. Our teams are constantly going to the United States and vice versa. Teams are coming to Europe to really align in every little detail. This is outstanding. Because this is a perception that Germany is NATO's weakest link. Is that wrong? You can rely on Germany. Final question. Nord Stream 2, in retrospect, was it a mistake? $11 billion pipeline. Well, and he's using it as a weapon, no? The question, at the moment being, there's no gas going through Nord Stream 2 because it's not certified. And the question that the European Commission will have to answer very seriously is, what does Nord Stream 2 do to the security of energy supply in Europe, not only in Germany, but also in Europe? This will be a question we have to answer in the Commission when the authorization process is done in Germany, and then there will be a structured answer to that.
Is there a chance that Nord Stream 2, allowing it to continue, allows President Putin to continue to hold Europe hostage?
We have done everything to get rid of the dependency. I'm very proud that we were successful for this winter, and you can bet on the fact that we will do everything to be better prepared next winter. In the mid and long term, for us, it's very clear that the focus is on green hydrogen together with the global south. Completely different prospect, the investment in the renewables, because they are homegrown, they are clean, they give us independence. So the best times with Russian gas are over.
President, thank you so much for joining us.